back to Vanture Customs headquarters in sunny Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're an East Coast van conversion company that does custom builds. This is our most recent creation, the Vanure build, and it's a pretty sweet build. You guys should check it out. Let's venture inside. All right, now we can kick it off with our kitchenette, galley, and the upper cabinets. We have our fridge down here. It's a CRX 50. Laura and I lived out of this style fridge and loved it. Never had issues with it. It's very efficient. This is our upper cabinets. We build them out of finished maple plywood, PVC edge banding. It's a really lightweight material. We have gas strut. This customer chose to have the LED strip recessed into the cabinet. It's a nice little feature, and it lights up this build very nicely. And in our kitchen cabinet, we have very adequate storage space. There's a ton of space to take advantage in this kitchen. It's a little bit smaller than a standard size kitchen, custom made with our finished maple plywood, and it is edge banded, so it gives it a nice textured feel. Here we have our sink water system. It's a standalone water system. It's really easy to winterize. Fresh water tank, gray water tank. It quick disconnects and pops right out. Refill it at a Walmart or any place to really get fresh water and you have drinkable water. It's just a really nice, easy way to have it in your camper. Right here we also have a little bit more storage. Keep your little utensils or sponges right there. Just taking advantage of every little square inch. And up above we have our custom ordered yellow pine tongue and groove. It's from North Carolina. It's a harder wood. It's knotless, as you can see, and it gives it this beautiful texture throughout the van. It's a really nice cozy feeling. I really like the way the wood came out. Over here we have the kitchenette. It's a big butcher block. There's plenty of room to cook up a little meal. You also have an induction cooktop that you can store in this drawer. It's perfect size for that. Plug it right into your outlet and you're ready to cook up a quick meal. Over here we have our little control panel lined up very neatly, stacked up. And first we have our two dimmers, which is the main puck lights, your upper cabinet dimmer lights, and your toe kick kitchen lights. This customer specifically asked to have them on different switches so that when they wake up they don't have to blind their partner to turn on like a nice little night light to maneuver around the van. Below that we have our 4 USB outlets that runs directly from your batteries, and then next to that we have our 110 volt outlet which runs through your inverter. In this one we have a 3000 watt inverter that's powered with 3 100 amp hour batteries located in the back. We'll get to that later. And it has a GFI outlet right here, which is waterproof and safe throughout the van. And you also have this Max Air fan remote, which you have 2 fans, exhaust or intake. You just point at whatever fan you desire to do whatever you need it to do, intake or exhaust, and it will do that with 10 speeds. No rain can get in because they have these sweet covers, and yeah, they're just really aerodynamic and like give it a nice feature. And hopping over here, we have a huge bed with the bump outs, and underneath that we have a nice lagoon table that slides out right underneath. Pick up a meal, do some work, push it back in, get it out of the way, nice and easy. And over here we have our bench box here with the nice Airhead composting toilet. We custom designed the box for either an Airhead composting toilet, a dry flush toilet, or a Thetford cassette toilet. All 3 are the best options out there. They chose the Airhead toilet, fits right in here. And then there's a vent running straight out to the outside of your van so you don't get any smells inside of your vehicle. And that is nice to have for emergencies. Put her in park, and then swivel your seats around. There's a little red handle. These are the Scopima seat swivels. They're low profile. You have to give it a quick little nudge to really get them spinning, and now you have a lot more square footage of open space in your little van. This is the length of a Toyota Camry basically, so to have all this space is amazing and makes this van not intimidating to drive. So it's a really nice platform. This is the Ram ProMaster 136 wheelbase high top, just so you know. And there's the seat swivel also. They come with these, they have these nice little red lever tabs that you pull on, and then it just pulls up that easy. So over here we have our Webasto heater that can make it really nice and toasty in here. It can make it a sauna if you really wanted it to. You just crank this dial to the on position and it will suck up a very tiny bit of fuel from your original vehicle's gasoline tank and keep you warm. All the emissions and exhaust comes out the vehicle. It's a very safe unit. It's made by a German company and they engineered it very well, so it burns very efficiently. So back here we have the nice cross section bed. It has bump outs that we built in and crafted some trim around that. Basically a queen size bed. And just to prove it, I have a tape measure. And here it is, from there to there. We're looking at 76 inches. That's 6 foot 4 inches you can stretch across in a van that we didn't have to cut into, that still has some insulation behind the walls, and that's pretty unreal. You have all the essentials that you need in the van. That's almost the length of a Camry. I think this is one of the best, most practical layouts and vans that you can really have out there. Underneath the bed from the back, I'll show you the electrical system and how that works with another little spice touch. Cute little reading lights. They have a USB charger below them. I use mine every day for reading a book and charging the phone every day. Fortunately, can't go a day without charging the freaking phone. It's a nice little touch, one of my favorite aesthetics to a van's interior as well. And over here we have a ton of storage. This client chose to have their bed a couple inches higher than we usually do because they have the option of putting their bikes in and putting a tray slide out if they wanted to. For now we put an L-track in here so they can screw in whatever attachments for their bike forks or whatever they need. These L-tracks are super universal and there's so many different attachments. They're one of my favorite features that you can have in a van. And to the left over here we have our electrical box. It's a neatly built. We really cram as much as we can in here to maximize your storage underneath the bed. This panel pops off just by pulling it from the top and it goes out of your way so you don't have any doors or anything. By the way, these lights are motion sensor on battery. You can move them around, so if your electrical power does go out, you still have lights to see exactly what's going on here, which is a great feature. You have your on and off switch here running from your 300 amp hours of batteries, your bus bars, your breakers labeled just like your house, your heater, fuse panel by Blue Sea, DC to DC, MPPT, solar and alternator controller charger, and your inverter, which converts your 12 volt DC power to 110 volt AC power to your outlet. That's pretty much it. You monitor everything from your Bluetooth module by Renogy from a DC home app, and it makes everything pretty easy to monitor. You know, look after your percentage and how much power you're getting in from your solar versus your vehicle's alternator. And that's pretty much it. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys saw something you like. Let us know, comments, like the video, subscribe, please. We have some new content coming up very shortly. And don't forget to Vanture on.